A Stanford professor placed on a secret blacklist, a viral movement that was mathematically suffocated before it could breathe, and a "do not amplify" button that turned a loud debate into a silent room. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how the masters of the internet built an invisible muzzle, and why the silence on your timeline is not a lack of interest, but a deliberate algorithmic decision to quarantine your thoughts without ever letting you know you have been silenced. You are about to see the code that replaced the book burning. Stop worrying about being banned. Being banned is loud. Being banned makes you a martyr. Worry about being ignored. Imagine you walk into a crowded room. You shout a warning. You tell a joke. You ask for help. But nobody turns around. Nobody looks at you. You start to question your own sanity. Am I invisible? Am I boring? Am I wrong? No. You are simply de-boosted. The stakes here are psychological and economic. If you are a small business owner, shadow banning means bankruptcy. You are posting products to avoid. If you are an activist, it means your movement dies in the crib. They are gaslighting you on a global scale. They make you believe that your lack of engagement is a personal failure, when in reality, it is a structural suppression. They haven't taken away your microphone. They have simply unplugged the speakers. And the terrifying part? You can never prove it. You are fighting a ghost. To understand how they control the conversation without leaving fingerprints, we have to look at the architecture of the feed. It is a three-step process of curation and control. Step 1 is the setup, the quality score. In the early days of social media, the feed was chronological. If you posted at 9 a.m., your friends saw it at 9 a.m. That was too democratic. It was too chaotic. So, the platforms introduced algorithmic ranking. They claimed it was to show you what you care about most, but in reality, it gave them the power of the editor. They assigned every user a hidden trust score or reputation score. If you use words they don't like, or if you link to websites they deem low quality, your score drops. You don't get a notification. You just get a heavy anchor tied to your digital ankle. Step 2 is the trick, visibility filtering. This is the mechanism revealed in the Twitter files. For years, executives claimed, "We do not shadow ban." They played word games. They said, "We don't ban people." But inside the engineering dashboard, they had specific tags. Tags like Trends Blacklist. Tags like Search Blacklist. Tags like Do Not Amplify. If an engineer applied the Trends Blacklist tag to your account, you could tweet all day long. You could have 1 million followers. But your tweets would never appear in the trending tab. You were quarantined to your own followers. You could not go viral. You were allowed to speak, but you were stripped of your freedom of reach. The algorithm was manually tweaked to dampen the signal of specific ideas, ensuring they never reached critical mass. Step 3 is the proof. You want the smoking gun? Look at the case of Dr. Bhattacharya. He is a professor of medicine at Stanford University. Not a bot, not a troll, a scientist. During the pandemic, he argued against school closures. This went against the official narrative at the time. The Twitter files revealed that he was placed on a Trends blacklist the very first day he joined the platform. His voice was artificially suppressed. Or look at Instagram. In 2019, Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, admitted, "We have not always done enough to explain why we take down content or limit its distribution." Limit its distribution. That is the admission. They determine what is borderline content. Content that doesn't break the rules, but comes close and they bury it. You are following the rules, but you are being punished anyway. So, why do they do it? It isn't just political control. It is financial extortion. This is the pay-to-play exit. If organic reach is dead, how do you get seen? You pay. By crushing your natural ability to reach an audience, the platforms force you to buy ads. If a business used to reach 10,000 people for free, and now the algorithm limits them to 500, they have to pay Facebook or TikTok to reach the other 9,500. Shadow banning artificially creates a scarcity of attention. They stole your audience, so they could sell it back to you. The exit for the tech giants is a world where free speech exists, but heard speech costs money. The rich get the megaphone, the poor get the mute button. We used to fear the censor who burned books in the town square. At least fire gives off light. At least you can see the smoke. The modern censor is much more efficient. He doesn't burn the book. He just moves it to the basement of the library, turns off the lights, and removes the card from the catalog. The book is still there. You just will never find it. We are building a society where we are free to scream as loud as we want, provided we are screaming inside a soundproof room locked from the outside. The question isn't, do you have freedom of speech? The question is, does freedom of speech mean anything if the algorithm has decided that no one is allowed to listen?